This is your daily market recap for Wednesday, January 11th, 2023. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent. It is Wednesday, January 11th, 2023. Man, time is flying. Always seems like the days are moving quicker than they should be. Either way, hopefully you had a great day. This is a quick reminder to everybody involved in this channel who's following. Congratulations. You made money. You should be making money hand over fist the last week or so. Easy trades, market rising, choppiness, buying the dips. You know if you've been following. Very simple. Promise me you're going to pay yourself. Take money out, pay your taxes, separate it out put it in taxes for an account for taxes. Pay yourself, reward yourself. Remember, we're trying to grow our accounts to take money out to buy passive income assets. That is the goal. FU money, as we say, so that you don't have to work. So on that note, I appreciate everybody. Thank you for the generous donations today. I always appreciate that because I understand in that it's not easy to do. But when you're learning and your education is cheap and it's valuable, it is what it is. If you can donate, cool. If you don't have to, or if you can't, you don't. It's not a big deal. When the student's ready, the teacher appears. An abundant universe. You got to live in it. You got to believe. No matter if you're winning or losing, the next trade is going to be a potential win. You have to have the mind of Michael Jordan, Tom Brady. You make a mistake, you move forward, you focus on the future. And if you believe in your systems, you believe in yourself, you believe that you can make money doing this, then ultimately you will see your future come to fruition. Again, you have to do it with discipline. Follow the structures. Follow the rules, as we talk about over and over, but it's not rocket science. I'm telling you guys right now, gals, be safe out there. Let's get going. So, close at the high of the day on the CPI. Anyone surprised? No, not really. I mean, I thought we'd close around 393, 394. Whatever. It is what it is. We're going into earnings, going to CPI tomorrow. Book your gains. Even if the market doesn't pull back in the AM and say it gaps up, it'll probably pull back. Remember, OPEX next week. The market is in a place where I could see it going either way, but health-wise, for expected continuation, if you want to believe, you want to trade around your positions, the ideal scenario is a pullback first. Because again, bears probably bought puts all day. Then at the end, people started buying calls. You probably got a nice washout for both, and so the next move down logically would probably be a down move. And think about why. Trap the most amount of people, right? Close at the highs, get people excited. Go the opposite direction. Now again, bank earnings on Friday to me are actually way more important. The start of earnings season next week. You also have Chinese New Year. Remember, keep that in mind. It's all coming. All the stuff typically should lead to higher prices in a normal year. We don't know if this is just one of those basing early year before smash later in the year kind of thing because of recession possibilities and tendencies. Either way, trade what you got. I'm telling you, people went broke trying to be, I would say, eternally holding on to things versus trading it. No, we talk about bear markets are what? Traders market. It's a trader's market with the resolution down. Always ends down, right? The blow off. I don't think the down's done, but doesn't mean you can't go chopping. Means you can't go chopping down. So be safe, be thoughtful. If you have questions, please reach out. Again, I really do appreciate those donations. They say a lot. Because, the value in a free education, because I guarantee if I charge $10,000, people take this serious and they'll still lose money. I'd rather give it away for free and let people figure it out. Because along the way, you're going to have ups and downs.
I'm not sure I understand.
Yeah, I know, Siri, you don't. Along the way, you're going to have ups and downs, and that's part of trading. So I appreciate people getting involved, especially in the Discord room, helping others. Again, help others. Help others, help others. I'm telling you, when you do that, your vibration rises, you attract abundance. I'm just telling you, this is how the universe seems to work, especially in trading, because it's such a hard game. Everyone loses. If you're not following on Twitter, please check out Twitter. I mean, we posted all of what we were up to today, all the trades, what's going on, what we thought, take profits, levels, everything. It's all there. You don't have to be in the Discord room. If you do want to be in the Discord room, you hit the message button, you hit me up. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell. Did a live chat today for an hour about the markets. We're spot on with what to do. Now, again, probability game. I wish I could tell you I was always right. And if I was, I'd be a trillionaire. The reality is I learn like everyone else from mistakes. From mistakes. But here, 54 videos on all the different things that I try to explain with types of the trading and setups, tendencies, repeating patterns, all that fun stuff. And on that note, let's get into it. Bitcoin. Had a long conversation today in the live chat about Bitcoin and, what's better to hold, real estate or Bitcoin for the long term here. And, I've said this 1,000 times. I'll say it over and over. Real estate is the safest play. Once you get passive income coming in, as much as I love gold, crypto, whatever you want to call it, guess what? It doesn't pay you to hold. It just doesn't. We've talked about that. So my goal is to sell gold at the highs and buy real estate. Now again, at a certain point, you have to keep in mind, if Bitcoin and gold, whatever, there's all these things, the hedges, inflation hedges go nuts. So of real estate, right? Inflation. It's all relative. I don't think one Bitcoin, say where you live, however house is 500,000 and Bitcoin's at 17,000, right? How many Bitcoin it costs to buy a house will always be kind of relative to what it is, right? That's my thinking. But just remember, holding cost, tax advantages in real estate. I talk about this all the time. Again, I love gold, love digital currencies that I think are going to win. It's just ultimately you're holding something that is very volatile. Housing is not volatile. People say it is. Okay, well, pick your places where you live. People always need a place to live, and the tax advantages are insane. I don't want to get into that rant right now because it could be 30 minutes. And so the talk of Bitcoin was, do you hold it or sell it? Well, at this point, obviously, if you bought near the lows, you hold it, but you got to trade it. I've warned folks for decades, no matter even if you're a gold bug or whatever, you got to trade the assets you got. Nothing goes up in a straight line. And if the end of the move starts, God forbid, you're fully invested, because that's what happens here. Is no one takes any profits, and then their profits get taken. It's one of those things. It just is what it is. The market's meant to be traded. Houses are meant to be owned. It's really that damn simple. Oil. Hello, Moto. Why you got to take me to natural gas? Okay. You guys, someone's excited about natural gas. Not me. Not yet, maybe. Oil. Hello, Moto. We talked about it. The first dip would get bought. First major dip. That little dip got bought. We know that. But major dip, right? Hello. Okay, so now what? It's pretty simple. Look for pullbacks. I still think oil will hold this range until smash factor later if the market collapses. The Feds are, we're refilling our SPR. They're talking about cutting oil supplies. That's just stupid. It's just stupid. We all want to go green, but there's no plan. You don't go cold turkey. No, you got to transition. And if we make oil and gas more expensive, maybe that's how they rationalize going there. But supplies, the whole game, it is what it is. There's plenty of oil in the ground. People don't realize it. There's probably trillions of trillions of gallons of oil. Other than water, it's probably the most abundant liquid on the planet, because all the decaying and dying over time, all the crap that's under the ground. It's there. It just might not always be that easily accessible. But not to rant on that. Watch this area. I'm looking for pullbacks, and I'm going to play it. I'm actually getting slightly interested in natural gas. And again, I'm probably going to play it through XOP. We'll talk about it because it could just be this crap. But I think there will be a bounce coming because we talk about the straight line moves usually precede what? A reverberation the other direction. Right? This is pretty damn extreme. Going from 7 down to 3 and change. Do the math, right? That's a big smash. And a lot of people gotten blown out, which is, what, as we call, pretty sad, right? It just is what it is. And so at this point, you got to be thoughtful. Know your stops. Natural gas is hard. Very hard, right? Got to know what you got to do with it. It's very difficult. And the reason why I say it's difficult is it's very volatile in the sense of it's cheap, but it's volatile. It's like silver versus gold. Like, people are like, oh, silver so easy. No, silver moves in big percentages, right? Law of large numbers. Like, it's hard to move gold. $100 for gold is equivalent to what? A couple dollars, right? A couple dollars in a cheap stock like silver, or cheap asset like silver. Same thing with oil, right? $8 move would equivalent to what? 30 cents here, 40 cents. Like, it's, this stuff can move. I guess that's probably not even a great example. I'm losing focus here of that rant. Point being is, This thing, it just can move very quickly. It can move like 10, 20, 30%, right? Like 40 cents being relative. Well, it can move $1, $3, $4 very quickly. I hope that makes sense. I was trying to like, what's the best way to word that? So it's volatile. Bottom line. At a certain price point, it's starting to make sense. With stops. Now, preface, with stops. Please, someone will go buy it and it'll drop. And they'll be like, well, Dan told me to buy it, and I just bought it. All right, Jed. Man, I'm just going to hold out, see what happens here. No, don't do that, man. All right, dollar. Little fishy. Gap down, multi 3-day range, tight action. Let's see where it's going to go. Because, again, I mean, I know people buying the dollar. I'm like, oh, man, I wouldn't buy the dollar at this point. I mean, I just don't really have any faith in the movement being worth getting involved in. Because I don't think the market's going to smash until at least getting past OPEX and maybe past some of the earnings that we're coming into. So, at this point, buying the dollar, expecting a big smash factor, it just seems kind of like pissing in the wind, as I've said before. It's going to get all over you. It's going to be messy. It's going to be annoying. So just put your pecker back in your pants, turn around, pee the right way, pee into the bush. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if I can say that. I apologize. But my point being is just some trades is just not worth messing with. I try to explain this to people. Like, our goal is to try to pivot away from things that aren't working well. And again, we have ideas of reason why to get in. Again, I can understand why someone would want to buy it, but if it's not working and it hasn't been working, just like nat gas, just leave it alone sometimes, and sometimes it just takes time to play out. That's the best thing. Just watch it, but don't trade it. Feeling like you have to be in it, waste of time, because you've bought dollar, you got slaughtered. There was no benefit to it. Pivoting, I'm telling you, the ability to pivot. FOMO is not your friend. Your ego, not your amigo. I've been telling that to people for years. Coined that phrase. Should have made a t-shirt with it, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Just leave it alone. TLT, market likes that bonds are holding up. Remember last year, bonds slaughtered. Market slaughtered. That 60-40 waiting fund, absolute smashed. Well, now what? Bonds, if they can go back to like where they're comfortable and the market gets comfortable again, because the market doesn't really want higher rates near term, but also doesn't. If the rates go screamingly lower, then something's wrong. So, at this point in the cycle, stability in the bond market. I've talked about it. That's the key. The VIX, let's try to keep moving these faster. All right, said as long as it holds the 20, it might be due to bounce, probably knock some bulls out, chop around. I still think we're going to get through OPEX at some point with the VIX smashing down. So, bulls, bears, make money, just be smart. At this point, here's the SPY. Keep it simple, because again, I think the VIX could pop up 22, 23, 24. Who doesn't? I don't know. We're at the top of the range. Congratulations if you sold here, bought the dip like we did. Advise to sell on the pop today. Now I went higher into the close. I don't really take the close for that much. I don't really care too much about the close, because what's tomorrow, right? CPI. I want to see what the open is. At this point, what do you got coming, right? All right. Big news, big trades. Leave it alone. I mean, that's how I look at it. I mean, you got a little surge there into the close. That short squeeze, I don't know. I don't know. If my man Pac, man, who is it? Who's the one trading the hell out of this stuff really well? Somebody. Who was it? Ready to sell. Ready to sell if you're listening. I know you've been trading the SPYs and kind of laughing at everybody who went short. And again, I'm not going to be mean to the folks that said, oh, I have to sell everything and I'm going short. I'm going to pat myself on the back and say that was experience telling me that I didn't think we were going to smash going into earnings. So the people who unloaded every long they had and shorted, it just wasn't the right time. I'm telling you, timing is the hardest part. It said middle of January. It's typically bullish going into earnings. Let's see what the CPI does. Because if it pulls you right back down to 386, get there with the net. Scoop some with stops. Again, I hated the people. Not hated. I hated the rationale behind shorting aggressively on Tuesday. It didn't make sense. Monday. It didn't make sense. Take profits, buy the dips, trade around it, but all in short, no. Again, we've talked about the sentiment does not believe a bull market's coming, and bears still think the market's about to crash. That's not how you top. You top with everybody going, wow, it must be a bull market, and bears going, I'm never shorting again. Maybe not that extreme, but that's my point. Like, I'm not like, hey, bears just gave up short. Qs. Talked about laggards possibly popping. Talked about that action on Monday. Doji. Boom. keeps making higher highs. We liked Amazon. We like Tesla. We like some of these trades. Roblox, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Tag your boy in a trade. I appreciate it. Qs at this point, 50-day. Pull back to the 20-day. Keep an eye on it. Again, I just feel bad for the people who just feel like they have to short and go, I don't know, fight this. Because we talked about the IWM. I said even yesterday, I'm like, look at the IWM. Close at the high of the day. I know the people who watch the recaps because the questions they ask means what are they doing? They're looking at the evidence. The people that are just winging it, I'm telling you, and if you're winging it, that's like trying to pretend you're a Tom Brady. You don't watch film study. You don't do any work. You just show up to the game and think you're going to win. No, you're going up against the best in the world. You're fighting the computers, the market makers. You think you're just going to wing it? Get the hell out of here. Quit trading, or at least don't trade while your mind is like that. There you go. IWM closes the high of the day. I said watch for it lagging when it did and the market corrected. Well, now it's leading up. So, again, look for dips. Look at the action. Gold, not surprised. It's kind of getting tight around here. We've talked about on the monthly. This area, 175, right? 175 is approximately, what is that in gold dollars? Give me 2 seconds. Because if 175 the GLD, that would put you at what would you? Wow, Alphabet's about to cut 15% of their staff. Cut staff with Verily. Well, that's fine. Whatever. They're cutting cost. That takes us to gold around 1880 to 1900. Okay. Not surprised. Not surprised. Just see what happens here. I mean, I've talked about this. People are like, oh, you took your profits at the 200-day. And it's like, yeah, we got in near the lows. The easy money. Oh, we look for dips. Well, the dips wasn't deep enough. But again, was I shorting it? Have I said short it? Have I said absolutely go all in short? No. I said if you're going to short it, have a tight leash. I'm not shorting personally. Never recommended it. I see why. But I personally think there's better trades. Again, pivoting. Pivoting. It's so hard, but is it? No. At this point, I think it's due for a pullback. I'll wait. And dips, we'll be looking for them. We'll hunt them. Silver. Not acting as well. Again, hence why I would be a little nervous about gold potentially falling. Again, the miners made new highs, chopping around. Tough to know. Need more information. Again, this is why these trades, I mean, the easy money's in these trades is taken. I hope people realize that. So I'm like, just take the profits, move on. Find other trades. You could have bought Amazon, could have bought Roblox, could have bought a million other things. But you're trying to squeeze a freaking penny out of a lemon. Not a lemon. Sorry, trying to squeeze another penny out of $1. You made 99 cents. That 1 cent could get real expensive trying to get every dollar of it. Chopping. We'll see what happens here. AG, again, this name has been lagging. Man, Mohamed, I don't know why you would ask me about the stock. You know, like Livermore talks about leaders and non-leaders. Well, miners have been on fire. Why would you want the laggards? Someone knows enough to not buy these, so leave them alone. Like right now, it's compressing under the trend line. Still looks like crap, though, in my opinion. AEM holding at near the highs. This has been a leader. See how leaders act? Laggards lag. It's simple. Newmont, again, trying to wrap this. There's not much to say. Up into the resistance zone. I don't think it's getting through that or the 200-day. PAAS. Made a slightly higher high today. Interessante. Need more information. Again, this stuff, it's not a short in my opinion, but it could pull back. And people are like, oh, doesn't that mean it's a short? And it's like, well, no. If you don't know for sure and you don't feel confident about it, does that really mean you have to short it? No. Do something else. God, it's so amazing to people. Like people just cannot pivot, move on to another trade, look for something else, or just be aware that right now, today, the time they turn on the computer and fire up their trading platform is not always the best time to trade. People are on their phone. It's just so annoying. I'm typically like, oh, I just clicked on my phone. I saw this price. I have to act. Okay, well, that's gambling and goodbye. And I'll see you. Hopefully you'll be in the Discord room and I'll help fix you, or I'll see you. I don't even know where I'll see you. Probably won't ever see you because you won't be trading anymore. It's sad to say. AMD talked about Tecker, gapping, or it's not taking down this and gapping up. Look at that. Made a new high off the lows. Things that aren't bearish. Again, if you're listening, Solomon, I appreciate all your insights and trying to get involved, but you said everything was bearish, and I was just telling you it's chopping, resolving higher. And even tech, like that gap up, I've said before, I'd love to see this thing up near 175 to short, or just let it play out. Because again, I don't want to be early shorting. There has been no advantage. It's crazy how to think that it's just a choppy market. That's all it really is. But everybody thinks it's like there's some big direction here. There is not some big direction here. Hey, Cat. SMH, again, if you had Soxel, hopefully, and you bought it, down at $9? It's up to, what is that Soxel up to? I don't put that on my main page. I hate these trading levered ETFs. What is Soxel? Did I delete it completely? Oh, sorry, 1240. I mean, that's a solid trade. You're welcome. But take profits. The more you're up, the less you own. It's that simple. Adobe. Talked about it being in a trading range. Yep, holding. Doesn't look bearish, but again, is it really worth trading? I don't know. Apple. Things that aren't bearish. We'll see what happens. I like seeing this. See, this would be the perfect trap. Get everyone excited. Close at the highs. Get over the previous highs. Then pull it right back. Pull it back. I don't know. 8-day, 129, 130. That would be pretty sweet. Amazon, you're welcome. Pulled this trade out of nowhere. Said, watch this on the 20-day. Bazing. Close some at, like, man, way too early. Obviously near the 50-day. And then some at 92.50. Close at 95. Oh, what do you do, Dan? I put the money in my pocket and I take the money out and put it in the bank. Cash that sucker out. Now, again, if it pulls back, I'll be watching. Where should I watch? Probably the low 90s. Awesome sauce. Oh, but it's going higher. If I gave a crap about every trade I missed, I would probably be wearing a straitjacket in an asylum in Gotham, maybe. Yeah, like Batman. Like crazy. Because, again, I mean, people don't realize, like, I had opportunities to buy Bitcoin in, like, the $20, $50 range. I could have bought a significant amount of it. I'd be worth 100x what I am now, potentially. But I didn't. Oh, no. Shit happens. You miss trades. CRM hits the 100-day, backs off. We'll see. Guggenheim popped a couple points today. Congratulations. We talked about it ironing out a bottom. That definitely did. Now it rallied. We'll see what happens. Meta, people are talking about shorting this. I mean, my eyes want to bleed. It's like the market's rallying. Why would you want to short this? This thing has been absolutely smoked, and new money clearly thinks this is cheap, even though it, 17 or 15 times earnings. It's clearly not. But what happens? It's floating higher, right? It's been floating up. If you decide to short it, just don't be surprised if it doesn't go anywhere for a while. I've said that. Well, there it is. Apple, mostly in channel reporters working on touchscreens where it's Mac computers. Oh, it's finally. Why wouldn't they have Mac touchscreens? Freaking cheap asses. Microsoft. Talked about this like trap retest. Just if the market rises, it'll rise. Well, guess what? It rose. I don't even know. I mean, it's just like repeating patterns. I mean, I get the same questions over and over, so I'm trying to say the same things over and over in the videos. NDAQ. Please, Lord, get me up to the 67, 68 range. That would be awesome. Or the 65, whatever. I want to short this. Because, again, when the tech bubble ends, which it has, momentum's lost. NASDAQ is not the stock. There's going to be no volume. You're welcome. We talked about retesting these lows. Remember, these are like June. Yeah, June, July, May lows. It held. Boom. Levels matter. The levels matter. Cat, you are so loud. Stop it. Over the 50-day. All right. Again, the more you're up, the less you own. You bought it in the 130s, 140s, and you're up 25%. God forbid, take some profit. Jesus. Really? Netflix, people said they wanted to short it. It's like, I don't know why you'd want to short it. Market's floating higher. This thing has been, again, absolutely crushed and rallying back. Here comes the upside target zone. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes, yeah, exactly. Roblox took profits today. Got over the 50-day. Was not complaining. Doji, okay, again, goes from 26, 25, 27, wherever you bought it down here. It's a nice trade. 20%, 2 weeks, hell yeah. Tesla took profits, as you should, on the retest up here. It's holding, again, if it pulls back, great. If it runs, great. This thing, remember, was absolutely throttled. It probably at worst is going to go sideways. There might be a trading range. But Dan, I've got to buy it for the long run. I'm holding it for 20 years. Good luck. Because you will get absolutely demolished return-wise compared to the folks who do not do that and who follow the channel, who get involved, who start trading. Because, again, you don't understand price or time corrections. You are investing in the horse and buggy. Oh, what do you mean? Tesla's the future. No, the stock priced in the future. Think about Cisco and all the tech names, whatever names in the 2000s. They didn't go away. Microsoft didn't go away, but they didn't go anywhere for 17 years, 15 years, some of them. Keep that in mind. Oh, I don't know, Dan. No, you don't know, exactly. Again, you want to place subjectivity into your own hands of non-knowledge, non-research, go right ahead. Listen to what the idiots say, because they're probably the same ones who said, oh, you should buy it at 300. It's cheap. Letter X holding up. Looks okay. I mean, materials looks okay. Wow, Nucor, man, up another pop in 3 points. Dollar. Again, you're welcome. We posted, talked about it. 130 area. I mean, I would really love to have seen it get down here, but, Wishes, wants don't always get what you need, right? You just get it. It just is what it is. Double bottom and rips back again. Material names. Hello, VALE. I love trading. This stuff is so fun. You got to either love it or just get out of it and stop. We talked about things that aren't bearish. Solomon, if you're listening, bud. This stuff is holding up. Emerging market stuff. Now again, a little overbought. The more you're up, less you own. Copper. Talked about again. If the market's about to roll over, why is copper holding up? CCJ. Even this piece of junk. Went on rally station after double bottoming. I guess you call that triple bottoming. Looks okay. CF trading around your positions. Talked about this pop. Talked about getting up into the range. Take some off. Now it pulls back. Yum, 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 yum. Added some today. We'll add more. Again, if we can get down to 80, I will open the wallet pretty wide, I think, with a tight stop. Mosaic, same thing. Talked about it filling the gap. 20-day. I mean, again, approximate area. Oh, Dan, you're off. You're early. What? Yeah. I don't know the exact lows. Look what today's action. Little trap down. Little trap down. Holding. Come on. Show me some more. Because, again, Nat Gas getting smoked. Like, all these stocks on this sector have big support. Big support. Big support. Remember, think of like MicroStrategy. Think of Nucor. When they retest and you hold levels. Here's NTR. I mean, you could play NTR. Same thing. If it comes back, it's a gift. If it doesn't, these are the only gifts. You got to trade around your position, or you just got to be prepared to absorb volatility. AA, if you sold today, high five. Again, taking profits at the 200-day. Now, again, I'm not thinking it's the end of the world, but if it pulls back 49, 48, 50, put it on your radar. Let's keep moving along. Financials. At this point, holding up. I don't want to short them. I don't want to do anything, but they are confirming to me the market's not going to roll over yet. It's really that simple. JP Morgan, been on fire, making new highs. Now is it about to rally back to all-time highs? Probably not. But earnings are coming Friday. I don't want to see this up into earnings. I'm just telling you. Maybe, yeah, they do have earnings Friday morning. I don't like up into earnings, but keep in mind, has come off a big bottom. It could be the capitulation high. I don't know. I mean, again, we have to pivot based on what the evidence we see. Morgan Stanley cutting people, still rising. Again, things that aren't bearish. But is the move over getting close? We don't know. I mean, I anticipate at some point there is a bigger pullback coming. Is it going to be in OPEX, post OPEX? Probably. That's all. Or it's tomorrow and to Friday. And it could be a 1 or 2 day event. I mean, that's what would be kind of funny. XBI, things that aren't bearish. 7.0. Holding up. Looks okay. Now, again, look for pullbacks. This is the thing. It's a trader's market. Trade it. Trade it, trade it, trade it, trade it. People are trying to own this stuff. It's like it's forcing square peg into circle hole. It doesn't work very well. Tan said watch the 80 level. I proceeded to short some First Solar today. Market's rising. Clearly, this stuff is popped pretty good. Could I be wrong? Yep. Hence why my positioning is small. Small in shorting. Someone asked about ENPH. This one isn't lagging, but see what happens here. It might hit the 200-day and back off. That would be my first guess. I probably would not be longing it unless it backed off Sedge. That looks way better. Double bottom, rallied. Pretty solid. What? 10, 50, 12%. Coming back in. Let me move the levels. There you go. Does it have more to go? Maybe. I don't know. First Solar, am I crazy? Well, the levels matter, Dan. Well, is that a trap? It might be. I mean, again, I've started taking trades. Think about it. If you go from 141 up to 175 or 7, whatever it got up to the eventual high today, 177.23. What was the actual high? 177.60. Again, started shorting around 173, 175, 176, 177. I was like, you know what? Just little baby lots, micro lots. I'm like, okay. And then it pulls back, closes at the end of the day. Again, if the market rallies coming up, am I anticipating a smash? A huge smash? No. I would like to see this come right back. You're like, well, come back. Come on back here. Yeah, right here. I would love to see that level. I'll be a huckleberry. I'll be a huckleberry. Come right on back. Come on back. And then it would be over. I'll take the 10, 15 points very quickly. I mean, this name, again, velocity into resistance typically finds what? Sellers. This is why I think people don't understand. Like, when you top out, like someone like Tesla, every time it rallies, it's going to find sellers. Well, there's definitely some muscle memory here. How heavy? We will see. We shall see. Right? I missing anything? No, I don't think so. Let's end it with oil and gas and be done. Get the hell out of here and enjoy your day. Talked about pulling back to 65. You're welcome if you bought that yesterday. I don't even know what to say. I think it's still going to go higher, but again, it's going to be choppy. It's not always going to be a straight line move. Gosh, UNG, finally, some huge volume, right? There was already big volume. Okay, that does look bullish. If you see a pullback here, again, saw it on nat gas, you're probably getting closer to the bottom. Have stops, and please be thoughtful. XOP, and people are like, oh, what are you going to play? What gas? It's like, no. I'm going to play this sucker. I mean, I'd love to see 129, but I'll take anything 131. 132 below to start re-adding back. So, because this could be like a complex head and shoulders where like a multiple left shoulder, head, multiple retest right shoulder. It's like, what are you talking about? Never seen that before. It's like, okay, I've seen this before. Let me see if I can find it. Here you go. Multiple tests. Multiple tests, right? Multiple tests is like a bigger one. This is a bigger one. Anyway, I'm making sound effects. Doesn't matter. Point being, know your risk, know your reward, have your stops. ExxonMobil, things that aren't bearish. Market's going to roll over, but ExxonMobil's ripping back up to the highs. Ain't wrong. It looks okay. Just watch it. Not chasing it. Oxy, chopping. Okay. Buffett, you do you, Buff. PXD, flatlining. Looks okay. Looks okay. I mean, just watch it. Any dips, I think, become obvious. EQT, now again, these guys couldn't trade their way out of a paper bag into, I don't even know what my analogy is. I'm pretty tired, actually. Holding fills the gap. If nat gas is about to rip, this should pop. All right, if you got any questions, please reach out. I'm here to help you guys. I know a lot of people are struggling mentally to pivot and just admit sometimes they're wrong. I mean, I have to. I mean, you guys hopefully see that. When I'm wrong, I don't try to marry my beliefs. I just go, crap, I'm wrong, and I just go back to neutral. As I was saying today, Switzerland. I am Switzerland. At a certain point, at the close, I am Switzerland. I have a little short. I have decent longs, but I think my longs don't have a ton of downside. XOP, CF, Mosaic, don't have a ton of downside. Sold some tech, sold some AA. Core positions I'm not too concerned about. I mean, at this point, just relax. See what the market gives us. We're waiting for the next pocket aces, pocket kings, pocket queens, pocket jacks. We'll see what the trade is. But at this point, if we gap up tomorrow, be thoughtful. If we gap down tomorrow, be thoughtful. Please reach out. Hit me up. You know where to find me. I don't hide. I don't do anything other than try to be 100% transparent so that you realize people who trade do not always win. And if anyone's promising certainty, run the hell away. And on that note, talk to you soon. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, your PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.